Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Galaxy Girl. So what we're doing is what I am doing is I'm on an excursion to head back to my city. I'm prepared. I've got all of my stuff. I hope nothing will go wrong. So here we go. I went back into the house. Since the last video, I went back into the estate. I slept until it was daytime, just so I'm sure that I have my respawn point set in case something happens. I'm really hoping it doesn't because I didn't make copies of my maps. But anyhow, so we're off, and you can kind of see on the bottom right, I have my map. It's bouncing around here, but we're heading in the right direction. And this is the Woodland Mansion, if you haven't seen one before. And it's not a perfect rendition of Woodland Mansion because I did take some of the resources away to build my estate. And I was in the process of really extracting a lot of I guess I can come in and I show you, but the Woodland Mansion is comprised of a series of rooms that have different mob-like creatures. And most of them are hostile, unfortunately, and it's always very dark in the Woodland Mansion, and I think it's to create some sort of scary feeling when you're walking through here. So I was taking down a lot of the lanterns. I was taking down the pillars. I was just basically removing all of the stuff just so I can see what was actually inside this Woodland Mansion. So all of these were rooms before, and I kind of just destroyed it all because I wanted to see the guts and the bare bones of the Woodland Mansion. I know they have some hidden rooms. I was curious about that. So it's not a perfect example, but maybe if we find another one I can show you. They're always situated inside I always toss those eggs to see if another chicken will hatch, but it's always situated inside a dark oak forest. And I think it's just to give, just to give it, the creepiness of the mansion. I have to be careful here because there's a little bit of lava, I think. Yeah, it's around here. We're traveling now through the desert. This is a desert biome. I really like the desert biomes. I like to see everything as I'm walking. I like the bunnies when they're hopping. And I also seem to come across a lot of these desert temples, and they're always a great place to find horse saddles. So if you're ever lost in the game, you want a horse saddle, head to the desert biome, see if you can find one of those desert temples. There's probably one around here. I'm always really lucky when I go. Oh, one thing you do need to know about a desert temple, though, is when you head down into the crypts of the temple, there's a trap set up. So you have to make sure you disengage all of the TNT so you're not going to explode when you land on the bottom. So always be careful where you're landing. Don't step on the pressure plate that's on the bottom of the desert temple. If we come across one while we're traveling, oh, there's one. I'll show you what I mean. This one I've probably already removed all of the TNT because I like to collect the TNT in case I need it for projects and stuff, but I'll show you what I mean. So we're just going to head over here quickly. I don't mind taking these detours as we go because, it's good. It teaches you a little bit about the biomes if you're a beginner, and it's useful information. You can find cacti here too if you're trying to do a cacti project. Okay, so the temple has a series of different kinds of blocks. So it's always going to have these two blocks here and then this main tower here, the main temple tower. And if you look down, I've already been in this one, but if you look down, there's going to be a purple block here in the middle. And if you go even further down into the temple, I've filled it up with sand now just to get out. But if you head all the way down there, try to not dig the purple block, but the one next to it. And there's going to be 4 treasure chests when you're down in the temple. And these treasure chests are actually going to lead you to, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to get out here. These treasure chests are going to lead you to where I was talking about before, where there's a whole bunch of TNT on the ground. So don't rush directly to get your treasure. Always, watch out for danger first. You can bury into the ground, and you can actually dislocate the TNT, so it's safe for you to extract the treasure chests. And if we run across one that hasn't been excavated yet, then I'll show you what I mean. But for now, you can explore it at your own risk, but just know that there's traps there. like the new goat feature they added in. The goats are always so cool. I'm just going to head over there. It's gone a little dark again because the rain's out. And I tried to include my torch here just so you can see. But the torches, I wish they would work when they're in your hands. I mean, it would be so cool if we can actually see what we're doing. But yeah, the goats are pretty cool. I thought it was a really neat addition to the game. And I like getting headbutt by them. It's fun. Gotta be careful here because I'm a little too... Oh, lightning. I'm a little too high. Okay, there we go. So, okay, now if we look on my map, you'll see that I've turned into a circle instead of a square with a, like a circle with a point on it. So I'm going to switch to my other map now, and I'm hoping 219 is the actual... Okay, so I'm missing a map in between, I think. Let's keep walking and we'll see. So my circle should start to be turning into a point. So it looks like I am missing a map in between here. So I didn't bring any extra maps with me or else I would have started a map. That's okay. We'll just keep walking straight and eventually we'll get back to this map that I have in my hand. So I am missing a map. So this is the Savannah biome up here. And I usually like building my houses here just because the trees turn a really unique different color. So if you're planting like dark oak trees, for instance, or birch trees, they're going to have slightly different colored leaves as if they were planted in their originating biomes. So it's always interesting to see what color the leaves are going to turn. Oops. I'm really bad at this, but I'm going to have to keep an eye out for these big, I forget what they're called, but it's like ruptures in the ground. I always seem to fall down and then I get, I die because I fall too far or I land in a pool of lava. So there's some really interesting features right here. So you can see the lava coming down. I don't know. I think you have to appreciate the world a bit. I mean, a lot of detail went into making it, and some parts of the world are actually really pretty. So remember, if you ever get stuck about which direction you're going, am I actually going the right way? You can look up into the sky and you can see which way the suns and the stars are moving. Right now we can't see anything because it's raining, but once the sky clears up, we'll be able to tell. But I'm pretty sure we're heading in the right direction. Raining again. Sometimes I like to collect the beehives, but I didn't bring a fire pit with me. I think apparently the beehives spawn with 1 in every 10 trees, so they're actually quite rare. In the abbey I constructed, I'd like to place like a beehive, maybe in the center of the courtyard, because it just seems to make sense. Bees and monks kind of go together, or friars kind of go together, making honey, and then eventually you can make candles out of it, which is also a pretty useful feature that they've just included, I think, in the most recent patch. I do sometimes I avoid climbing the mountains. It does take a bit of time. Other times I do climb them because it makes it easier to see where I'm going. So we're coming up to a meadow here, and I think it might be a good idea to look for some horses. I don't mind every once in a while just getting a horse to make my journey a little bit faster. It does take a little bit of time to, jump on and train him, but it does make the journey go a little bit faster across land. I know the fastest way to travel is actually by boat over ice, apparently. There's some really cool YouTube channels that did experiments of running, versus riding a horse, versus riding a boat over ice, versus the trains. I think the boat over the ice even beat the trains. So it's getting a little dark now. Oh, see a cat. Oh, see what I mean? I always fall down these and then I end up dying. So I'm going to go carefully around those. I don't see any horses, but it is dark now. And I don't want to sleep because once you fall asleep into a bed, yes, it becomes daytime again, but then you lose your respawn point. Your respawn point gets reset to where you've slept last. So I can either wait this out or maybe I'll fast forward the video at this point, or I'm going to keep going, and if you want to fast forward, you can. It's a little difficult for me to see even. That's why I wish the torch would work. I wonder if I held a lantern if it would be better. Just another trick, if you're climbing mountains, always search for like one of these waterfalls because it helps you climb so much faster. It's awesome. See? Almost at the top. Okay. I still don't see any horses. I see some sheep. And it's still hard to tell if we're actually going the right direction because we haven't come on to our next map yet. So, but the dot hasn't moved. I mean, it moves slightly over to the left if you look at the map. The dot's a little slightly over to the left, but that's okay because I'm kind of trying to avoid some of the mountains here. Plus, I don't really have to go the exact same way. I can go right against, right alongside where I'm walking. Like in my previous map, I don't have to follow the exact same path as long as I'm just going in the right direction. It looks like there is a body of water coming up, which will be nice because I can just row through it all. Mm-hmm. Whoa. You can jump off mountains into water. It's just you got to make sure that the water's deep enough. I had no idea if it was deep enough. I just took a chance. And I'm still hopping up this side of the mountain here. Okay, the rain is still going, so I can't tell if I'm going north yet. I got stuck in the trees. Ugh. Okay, I hate that. Oh, there is a catechism there. Or at least a big hole. I don't really want to carry around some extra dirt, so I'm just going to toss it down. There's the chicken. Hello, cow. Yes, we got to the water. Okay, let's get out our boat. I hope this is the same water. And let's check out our map. We're going a little bit off, but that's okay. So this is another cool biome. It's kind of like an iceberg biome, which is really neat. It's got some polar bears. I'll show you over here. So this is a slight detour. I know I'm not going in the right direction right now. But you can kind of see here a polar bear and snowflakes, which is really, really cool. I like how they made the snowflakes. Sometimes you can find igloos. Yeah. And you've got to be careful when you go up to the polar bears. They're usually friendly unless they have baby polar bears, and then they're quite protective. Because I'm in peaceful mode, I don't have to worry about that, but just so you know. So I think we're heading in the right direction again. Yeah, it's a little dark. I think I'm going to end the video here, just so it's not too long, and then we can meet back in the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye.